You are now listening to The Ace. That stands for Astra and Cynthia Experience. So you're asking yourself, what kind of experience are you going to get? Well, buckle up, because this ride that you're about to encounter will... I'll let you see where it goes. Here they are now, Astra and Cynthia, The Ace.
So coming up on today's show, we're going to give you our 5 news bites of the week, our topic of the day on marriage licenses, and if there should be certain options. Of course, we'll explain that later. Plus, we're going to go in between the sheets later on. But first, let's cheers before we get into our weekly recap.
So exciting. Cheers. Oh my God, is that olives in your drink?
No, it's my special birthday glass. Look, birthday girl.
Oh my God. Yes, Wednesday. Wednesday's her birthday, everybody.
Let's drink to that.
Yes. Cheers to you.
Thank you. Although I don't want to get a year older. So I'll just drink my lychee martini in peace. And I'm not getting a year older. I'm going to be like Mariah Carey. It's my anniversary.
I love that.
So how was your week? Anything special happen?
I went to a steakhouse after work yesterday, and you're never going to believe. So they added a 6% credit card service charge to the tab.
Why?
Yeah. It's, I guess, since inflation with gas and food and toilet paper and all this good stuff, I guess they're adding it to everything. It's crazy. This world is crazy right now. I don't even know how people are making it in this world if they have basic small salaries. How do you live in New York? It's getting harder and harder.
Dude, the rents have been going up so drastically that I'm being strong-armed right now into re-signing my lease. And I don't even want to tell you, like, my rent's going up like $400.
Yeah, that's
insane.
Crazy. So crazy.
So if anybody wants to help donate to my rent fund, you could always Venmo me at Astra on the Air. For my
or
birthday
give her birthday present.
It would be that's what I'm going to use my birthday money on, paying my freaking rent. That's basically what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Well,
exactly.
As for me, of course, I made a little cameo appearance on Long Island this weekend for Halloween. I know that our gig that we were supposed to do, we talked about last week, got canceled due to the rain, but that's fine because instead we had an even better night. We did dinner. We had a little party at Roslyn. That was fun.
Yes, it was different, but I thought it was perfect for like the event. You know, you saw so many costumes. It was we saw like friends that you haven't seen them in a while because you're in the city. Yep. So it was perfect for the day. You know, we had a nice dinner, like we said, and then a nice little party, and we didn't even go home too late. So.
We didn't. And by the way, I dressed up like Madonna, like a virgin, not a virgin.
I know. And I dressed up as a Malibu Barbie.
Yes, super cute. I love the dress.
Thank you. Thank you. It's actually my Miami dress now.
Well, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Yes.
So, of course, kicking into news bites right now, people going really crazy over the fact that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson were holding hands on a roller coaster over in California. I'm sorry, but let's be honest. They were doing a dip on the roller coaster. It doesn't matter who's sitting next to her. It could have been me. She's going to go grab hands. So we're lesbian lovers? No.
Yeah.
The media is going crazy over this. They're trying to be like, oh my goodness. Well, is she with him? Because now she's back in New York. So they're saying,
I was going to say
she's following him back to New York. No, the guy has to do SNL. That's number one. And number two, she's got all these other engagements that she has to do too. I can't understand how the media wants to play this up so big. Yes, I do understand too that they're good at playing that publicity game. But then again, when it does come to Pete Davidson, he did bag Ariana Grande. He bagged that girl in London.
Kate Beckinsale.
So many like major A-list celebrities that either he's got like a gigantic eggplant or he's got that BDE, aka big dick energy.
I think it has to be his personality. I think he's probably, I don't know him personally. I think it has to be like he's a charmer. You know, there's some guys that are just like, doesn't matter what they look like. They're just really charming. Like, and they can say the stupidest thing and you're like, you know.
Yeah, it's the winning them over. I mean, listen, they shared the kiss on SNL, but that was a skit. And, and all of the Kim Kardashian stans are like, you guys need to start dating. They're going crazy.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't
just
see it
totally
either.
different levels. Like No, I don't think she would.
I don't see it. But then again, after being with Kanye, anything's possible.
Yeah. But Kanye is definitely more on her level in the sense, he's billionaire, she's a billionaire. But maybe she doesn't want a billionaire or a millionaire anymore, even though he has a couple of, scuttles.
Maybe maybe she wants to help the less fortunate.
Or be a sugar mama.
Then I will become a lesbian. Dorit Kemsley from the Housewives of Beverly Hills and her kids, they're doing okay after dealing with a home invasion that happened earlier this week. Now, 3 unidentified men broke into their house last Wednesday, made off with an unknown amount of property, but it included jewelry and handbags. And this almost has me thinking about what happened with Kim K in Paris. When you flaunt your stuff and people know what you got, it's bound to happen.
I was just going to put my 2 cents in. So basically, as we all know, I'm sure we're all on Instagram, majority of the people, and you have, TikTok, and you see people doing these videos in their walk-in closets, and you see all their Birkins and their Louboutins, and you see all their diamonds, and even jewelers rock their, showing all their watches and the diamonds. Not a couple of weeks ago, there was a jeweler from New York City that got robbed leaving Budokan.
Yep.
The point that I'm trying to make is we're right now in a depression, okay, where people are lost their jobs, don't have enough money, like they're trying to survive with with you flaunting it on social media where you're putting your location, you're putting these restaurants, and it's happening every day, whether if it's a home invasion, whether you're coming out of a restaurant, you're getting robbed. I think you need to be smarter. Look what happened to Kim. Kim calmed down with that. Even if she has security guards, look, she got set up, obviously. They knew what she was wearing. So I think people that have all this accessories and jewelry and diamond, slow it down a little bit, be smart and think about, look, she had 2 little babies in the house. Her husband wasn't even home yet. She was in London, and she just got home from London 2 days before the invasion. Just think about your family first, because look what happened. God forbid, it could have been a lot worse, but they're okay. So thank God for them that they're doing better now.
Yep. That's why I always say, do not flaunt what you got. You might have it and that's great, but there's no reason to brag about it because it could be gone in a heartbeat. And like you said, everybody is scavengers now. They will take whatever they could get their hands on because they know they could flip it, get some money out of it, and help themselves out. It's steal from the rich and give to the poor. That's kind of the mentality at the moment. So yes, be smart, lock up your jewelry and your handbags. And your Louboutins.
Flaunting everything on the internet.
Absolutely. And your body. No, I'm kidding. Speaking of Jessica Simpson, she posted this unrecognizable picture of herself on Instagram the other day. She was honoring being 4 years sober, which congrats to her for that. But when I saw that picture, I was like, who is this? Why are all these celebrity gossip magazines talking about this girl? Who is she? I'm zooming in. I had to read the caption to know that it was Jessica Simpson, and it looks nothing like her.
Well, even besides that, I would have never thought she was an alcoholic.
I didn't know that either. I
had
no
from the South. I'm thinking she's milking some cows, because she's very, from the South. So
I think of her for wearing the Daisy Dukes. Remember when she did that photo?
I definitely don't see that. Remember with Nick Lachey. So I never would have in a million years would have thought that she was an alcoholic, and she also was addicted to pills, apparently, too.
Yep. But she did say the real work that needed to be done in my life was to actually accept failure. I didn't love myself. I didn't respect my own power. Today I do. So kudos to her on that.
Of course.
Now, this next story. Whoo, okay, the CEO of Spanx. Now, us ladies know Spanx and what they are and what they do, how they suck it all in. Well, the CEO hooked up her employees with this amazing bonus. Ready for this? She gave her workers 2 first-class plane tickets anywhere in the world that they want to go and $10,000 in spending money to use on this trip. And then she made this Instagram video saying that she wants every employee to celebrate the moment in their own way and create a memory that's going to last a lifetime. So I need to know where I can apply for this job, because never in my life have I ever had a job that gave me a bonus like that.
That's kudos to her but I do believe in karma, in good karma. And I've always been big believer of that my whole life. I've always gave. And I think that's why I'm blessed. And you've been friends with me almost 15 years, and I'm a big believer of that. And if she can do it, which, obviously she can, but listen, it will come back to that woman. Trust me on that. And
listen, if you got 2 first class tickets anywhere in the world, where are you going with $10,000 to spend?
Greece. I would probably go Greece because I've never been there.
That's my answer. I'm going to Greece.
Yeah, Greece or like Italy.
Or
like,
since
I would say Maldives, but I don't think
I was going to say
you need more money for that.
Stop following me. I'm going to go to Maldives.
No, but you need more than $10,000 cash.
Listen, well,
but I guess we put the difference in.
Yeah, I don't mind paying. Listen, if they're going to front $10,000 at first, and I have to pay the difference, still sign me up. It's a trip of a lifetime.
I know. Kudos to her,
man. Woo. And kudos to the workers that get to cash in on this. Yeah. All I have to say, if anybody wastes this on like a trip to New York City, I don't know what to say. Don't come here. Okay. Don't come here.
You might get robbed.
Yeah, exactly. That $10,000.
I know.
Well, since Halloween just wrapped up, we had to talk about the celebrities with the best and the worst costumes. My all-time favorite one, I don't know if you had seen it or not, The Weeknd was dressed as the Godfather.
Yeah. Well,
and he looked phenomenal.
I did see French Montana dressed as The Weeknd.
Yes, and they took a picture together. Did you see that picture?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
no.
You have to go check that out. It's on French Montana's Instagram page. We'll also post it on our page on This is the Ace. But yes, French and The Weeknd took a picture together. French was dressed as The Weeknd when he was all bloody with his face wrapped up. Mm-hmm. But The Weeknd by far killed it on the costumes. Lizzo is Baby Yoda. She looked amazing.
Yes, she was twerking it up.
Yep. Heidi Klum, who we all know as the queen of Halloween, she was dressed as the girl from The Exorcist.
It looked exactly like her. Yeah, it was crazy.
Cardi B was Morticia Adams. Ciara was Selena and TLC. I guess she had 2 parties to go to. Ariana Grande was the creature from the Black Lagoon. And Amy Schumer, she definitely gets props for her costume. She went as a tampon.
And that so fits her. So that's like, I love her because she just does not give up. But like, she's just, we all know her. She's in all the funny movies, the comedies, but she's just naturally funny. Like the way she's naturally like that as a person.
Yeah.
Like besides being in playing roles.
Loved it. Well, big ups to everybody that dressed up for Halloween. And now let's kick into our topic of the day. I hope you guys are bracing yourself for it. I know that we've all seen married couples hanging around, out to dinner, walking down the streets together, people who are married, holding hands, whatever. But do you ever wonder, while you look at them, if one of them cheated on their significant other?
I think about that all the time.
At any point in their relationship?
I think about that all the time. I'm always out. And this goes, obviously, we're talking about married people, engaged or married, or even sometimes even if they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, but I'm always in my head, like, I wonder if he cheats on her. He looks like a cheater. Or right. I wonder if she's even into him. Like I think about this, and my answer in my head, I'm like, he definitely cheats on her.
Not even giving the guy a bone. Like, he might be the nicest guy in the world, and you're like, nah, he looks like a fuckboy.
I'm like, yeah, he's cheating.
I think that too, especially, why? Especially the ones that are together. And then whenever I see the guys' heads turn when other girls walk by, I'm like, what are you looking at? You have your girl right next to you. Like, yes, I know you're not dead. Yes, I know you can look, but it's just the manner in which they do it. Yes. You can tell when a guy looks and he's undressing a girl with his eyes. I'm like, bro, you have your girl right next to you.
I see it all the time done to me. And I almost want to I feel so bad for the girl because I know the girl sees it. I know because the girl follows his eyes and it leads back. Obviously, when I'm in the situation, it leads back to me. And I'm just like, and then the worst part is when he continues throughout the night at the restaurant looking at, if you were his wife or girlfriend, what would you do? Would you say something?
I mean, I've said stuff before and the only reason why I've said stuff is because it's been said to me. Like, you know, if a guy walks by and I'm like, ooh, it's like, I usually get what do you want to fuck him? No, I'm just looking like he's cute. Whatever. I'm with you. Just looking. I'm not dead. You know, I'm not entertaining. But like, but no, I don't know.
Your ex
sometimes
was
I'll say that all my exes, I feel like were. It's like, who wasn't? There was maybe like one that was fine.
Yeah.
God, but no, I mean, I've seen the guys look. I've even had a guy before, ready for this. He would be like, oh, look, isn't that guy good looking? And I'm like, what? Is this a joke? Are you trying to trick me? Like, either you're trying to trick me or you swing that way. Which one is it?
No, in his defense, I've actually said to like my boyfriends, like, isn't that girl really pretty? She's hot. Like, I'm not a lesbian. I'm strictly dickly.
So like, I've done that too.
I'm strictly dickly, but I love and appreciate beautiful women. And like, especially like I'm into fashion, into like the whole vanity, hair, makeup. So I'll be like, oh damn, like and you know what it is? I mean, I don't know if I also say it so because I know my guy is gonna look too. So might as well share it. Yeah, she is a beautiful woman. And I'm pretty secure with myself that I appreciate that. So I wouldn't get mad. Would it be different if he's looking at her and like, damn, I want to fuck her? Like, you know, that's a little different. But if your man respects you, hopefully he won't be looking at her in that way. Like, you know, the eyes are like, you know,
yeah.
But
well, now we got to take this all one little step further. Yeah. So obviously, you know, married couples, whenever you get married, you need to get a marriage license. Now, we all know when it comes to licenses, like for instance, a driver's license that expires after what? I think it's like 8 years or something. You have to get it renewed like every 8 to 10 years, whatever it is. Something like that. So we were actually talking about this and we're thinking like, should marriage licenses expire like driver's licenses to give people an option to renew? I mean, it's like having a car lease. Your lease is up in 3 years. Do you want to keep the same model or get a new one?
Yeah, because think about it. Marriages do like renew their vows, but like, you know, and then they have the I think it's the 10-year, which is the 20 years gold, the 30 years platinum, but like,
and even the 5s, like the 25s, the 35, like you have those
stuff like that. But do I feel? What do you think? Do you think they should? Is there a thing?
I think that they should, and I'm only saying that because again, the more time you spend with someone, the more you really get to know them. So if you do a 10-year block with this person, in 10 years. You might be thinking like, damn, why did I even walk down that aisle? You know, like, what was I doing? I mean, yeah, by then maybe you might have kids or whatever. And again, that's fine. But that doesn't mean you have to stay for the kids. Like you might say, you know what?
We've outgrown ourselves.
My chapter is over with this person and I want to upgrade. You know, I want a new model. I want a better, you know, I want somebody.
Let's see. I will probably upgrade.
No, because you know why is that even it's just more like I want someone who's more attentive to my needs or someone who like, because by then you know what it is you want and you don't want, and maybe your significant other's not giving that to you. So you might be able to potentially find that in the new model.
Yeah, true.
What would you do?
I think it would be kind of cool because it kind of will give an alert to them, because a lot of people are in such loveless marriages that they're scared to pull the plug. So at least if you had this warning, okay, 10 years is coming, or say it's like every 10 years, 5 years, whatever, let's just say 10 years. It's at least it's like, okay, now they have to talk about it. So therefore, and then that's when they talk about it. You know, obviously a lot of couples, married people are scared to let go because they're comfortable, financial. We've spoken about this, but at least it gives them like, okay, now we know the time's coming that we got to talk about it. And I think it's kind of cool. It would be cool.
It would be. I mean, because listen, 5 years, in my opinion, is too short, because they do say it takes a good 1 to 2 years to start getting into a groove with someone. So, you know, then what do you really have? Like maybe 3 years left to get to know them. Yeah, you might know what you want, what you don't want, but at least when you have like a 10-year haul, you're like, all right, you know what? Like, let's say the sex has stopped and you're a sexual person and the other person's not giving it to you, and that's something that you crave and desire and need, then that might be, you know, a negotiation option. Either you're kicking up a notch or I'm out. You know, like you got to talk about the things that are bothering, or like maybe it's like, you know what, you spend too much money and either you need to learn to cut back or we're done, you know, things like that. So it's like, I feel like these should be contractual obligations almost, that you go back in and you look, you know, you kind of put your cards on the table. These are the things that bother me about you. Can we fix it?
Yeah, I think a lot of these divorces are loveless, sexless marriages, but people choose to still stay for many of the reasons which we always talk about. Kids,
Financial, yep, exactly.
You know, but the point is where if
the point is happiness. Happiness is the point. So if you remove the kids, remove the money, are you happy? If you're not happy with the person that you are looking at every single night when you go to bed and you wake up next to, you need to reevaluate your situation.
And listen, it's not going to be all happy and tulips and roses. You know, we all know that because we've all been in long relationships. But at the end of the day, if it's not the partner that you're like, okay, I want to grow, this is my best friend, this is what I want to travel, I want to make money with him or her, like, then keep it moving. Like, it's time to go. Kids or no kids, like, it's time to go.
Because at the end of the day, there's someone out there that's willing to satisfy those needs of the person that, again, could be the new chapter. You know, it's not negating what you had with the person. It's just going on to the next chapter in your life. And people look at it as like an ending is something horrible, but an ending is the new beginning.
I agree.
You know? So that's something people need to think about. And maybe we need to figure out how to get marriage licenses renewed.
Yes. Well, now with the whole new the new mayor, election day, guys, happy election day.
Yeah, right. Hopefully we get a good new mayor here in New York City. Otherwise, I'm jumping off the Empire State Building.
Seriously.
All right, well, let's kick into our bonus segment. So, of course, our bonus segment is called Between the Sheets. And for this one, came across a really interesting topic. Now, people always used to say that you could guess a man's package size by looking at his hands. However, you might have big hands. That doesn't mean you have a big package. According to this doctor on TikTok, they said to check how short the guy's index finger is. So I guess if you put up your finger, you put up your hand, you got to look at your index finger. If your index finger is shorter than your ring finger, so when you have your hand flat, if it's shorter than the ring finger, then you usually have a bigger schlong.
Wait, you have a bigger? If this one's smaller?
Yes, if that one's smaller, you have a bigger.
Oh, wow.
The doctor says,
I'm not a guy, but just.
But you know what's so weird? Okay, I'm not a guy either, but if you look at mine, they're pretty much even. So does that mean I'd have an average?
No, and mine's taller.
You'd have a tiny dick.
So I have a Vienna sausage.
You have a Vienna sausage and I have an average, I bet. Because I would love to know, and this goes out to the guys, obviously, because we can't measure we don't have a dick, but do this. We're going to put up a poll. We would like to know if your pointer finger is smaller than your ring finger, do you have a big schlong? And I don't want to hear, I don't know. I only know mine. Bullshit. All you guys compare dick size. Like, let's be real. You guys have been in locker rooms with each other before. You guys have definitely peaked. Nobody's, blind. So I want to know if your eggplant is big or if it's just average.
How about if it's small? That's a category too.
Even if it's small, as long as you know how to use it correctly, that's all that matters.
And that's true. Listen, you don't need a
big one. No,
it's all about the motion in the ocean.
Yep, and it's all about how you work it. And if you think that your thing is too tiny, well, hopefully you have a motor tongue, or just get Cynthia's vibrator for everybody. And then we don't need the man attached to it.
Exactly.
One more thing before we go. This weekend is daylight savings time, so make sure you turn your clocks back an hour, which means we're going to be gaining an hour this weekend. So if you're looking to go out and party, at least you'll get one extra party week, one extra hour of partying. But now that means that the days are going to get darker earlier. Boo.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's the only thing I don't like about it, but
I know
it is what it is.
Listen, Thanksgiving's coming soon. God damn. Talk about going fast.
I know. Before you know it, it's going to be Christmas and New Year's. Back at it again. Just no snowstorms, please.
Yes, please.
Don't forget, we're always open to your listener questions. So always hit us up on the DMs. Of course, we'll try to feature it on any of our upcoming shows. If you'd like to sponsor us, you could always DM us. And please, as we ask you all the time, please share this show on your Instagram story or take the link, post it in your Facebook pages or on your Twitter pages and spread the love, because the more people you tell, the more followers we'll get and the more we can give to you. Exactly. Of course, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at This Is The Ace. You can catch me on my personal page at Astra on the Air.
And mine's Cynthia521.
And until next time,
never settle
and know your worth.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ciao, everybody.